Good afternoon and welcome to another installment of the Footprints of History series where we examine history across many subjects and events. Today we'll be reviewing the topic of my American Revolution research paper regarding the Otis and Crocker families and their impact on the Revolutionary War. Included in this analysis will be the importance of the Crocker Tavern, built in 1754 in Barnstable, Massachusetts, in the central Cape Cod Peninsula along the King's Highway. My studies began with the 1621 arrival of William Crocker, just 9 years old, on the Fortune, the second ship in the Plymouth colony. William marries and then joins Reverend John Lothrop's Congregational Church in Scituate, Massachusetts. Reverend Lothrop and his followers start the town of Barnstable in 1639. Crocker quickly becomes one of the three deacons of the church. This position of deacon was then earned by William's son Joe, and then Job's son John Crocker. In 1717, Job Crocker donated the land and the funds to build the West Barnstable Congregational Meeting Hall, which still stands today with its original bell and signature rooster weather vane. In 1650, the Otis family emigrated to Barnstable and acquired land adjacent to the Crockers. In the 1720s, James Otis Jr. paid Reverend Jonathan Russell, then the West Barnstable minister, to prepare his eldest son, James Jr., for entry into Harvard. At the request of James Jr., he also paid for the higher education of his eldest daughter, Mercy. It is very rare for a Congregationalist to pay for college preparation for a woman, as there were no colleges for women. This action was certainly reviewed and approved by the deacons of the church, including John Crocker. In the 1760s, James Otis Sr. became the senior judge in the King's Court in Barnstable, one of only two in the Massachusetts colony. From here, the story accelerates. Cornelius Crocker builds the Crocker Tavern in 1754, just 800 feet west of the Barnstable's King's Court, to service the attorneys and clients of the court as well as travelers from Boston. James Otis Jr. ignites the flames of liberty during his exquisite defense at a trial involving the writs of assistance in Boston in 1761, and according to John Adams, coins the phrase, "Taxation without representation is tyranny." In 1774, James Otis Jr. and Samuel Adams led 1,500 people to protest at the King's Court in Barnstable about the coercive acts shutting down the court. James Jr. establishes a committee of safety at the Crocker Tavern to coordinate the patriot activity throughout the Cape Cod region. Some members of the committee include Otis's younger brothers, Captain Samuel Crocker of the Barnstable Militia, other Crocker brothers and cousins, and the Lothrop descendants. Unfortunately, James Jr. would be severely beaten, including head trauma and a Tory-run tavern in Boston. As his mental health failed, Mercy Otis Warren, his sister, and wife of Patriot General Joseph Warren, started ghostwriting for James letters of correspondence, eventually taking them over completely. With her exposure in Barnstable to the Roman and Greek classics and other higher education, she wrote short satirical dramas about English policies and leadership. These dramas really reached the common folk, helping to generate support for liberty. John Adams stated of the pair that James Otis Jr. ignited the flames of liberty and that Mercy Otis Warren fanned those flames. On the Crocker side, at least 6 Crockers served enlistments in the Revolutionary War, mostly through the local Massachusetts militia. Captain Joseph Crocker, a Harvard graduate, served in the Continental Army in the 3rd Massachusetts Regiment. General George Washington assigned him the paymaster of the regiment in November of 1778 and later promoted him to captain. He served at Bunker Hill, Three Rivers, Belcourt Island, and Saratoga. Captain Joseph Crocker was also the husband of Hannah Mather Crocker, a powerful advocate for women's rights during and after the Revolutionary War. In conclusion of the brief survey of the Otis and Crocker family's impact on the Revolutionary War, I would like to thank the reference librarians at the Sturgis Library and the Cape Cod Community College in Barnstable, Massachusetts, who provided critical scans of research documents, but also advice and information about Barnstable. Thank you all for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'm Harry Jackson, saying good day and God bless.